Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I am going to do a Crow Collective for today. Today is Saturday. It is March 7th, 2026. You may follow me on the Talk the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, God's kiss. We love that for you. Whatever doesn't, just leave it on the table for someone else. You don't need to take on energy that wasn't meant for you. Enough said. Oh, I forgot the clocks go ahead an hour. Dun dun dun. We got 2 on the table. Three on the table. 4 on the table. Let's do 2 more shuffles. Sorry if I sound like I'm huffing and puffing. I just did a little workout. A little workout. Just a little one. This is the last shuffle, last shuffle, last shuffle. 5 on the table. Hmm. 6 at the bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck is mimicry, warning, displacement. Top of the deck is fear, release, battle. Y'all, I'm gonna set those in the box. We got dominance, bond, communication, illusion, commitment, and bottom of the deck, risk. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. Pardon me. I turned that over. Why did I turn that over? All right. I don't know. Friend, lover, a family member, I have no idea. But somebody that tried to dominate you, somebody that was probably dominant in the relationship. So, like, if this was a friend, this is someone that always had to have their way. If this was a lover, like, it could have been the same thing, or it could have been in the bedroom, right? If this is a family member, again, somebody that would always try to put you in your place, make you feel less than. Because again, it's somebody you would have a bond with. So it's probably not a coworker, probably not a neighbor, a friend, a family member, a lover. This person wants to come in with communication. They're going to bring an illusion, okay? Put forth an illusion that they want commitment. So, like, if this is a friend that you had a falling out with, like, they're going to come in with communication and be like, hey, I want to be friends again. I miss you, blah, blah, blah. If this is a lover, this is going to be like, hey, I miss you. I want to get back together. If this is a family member, hey, I miss you. Why don't you come over for dinner on Sunday and see the family, you know? They just want to get back to doing what they were doing before. And let's just be honest, and let's call a spade a spade. This is energy harvesting. Let's just say that. This is an energy vampire. when you try to dominate a person, there's a reason why you're trying. Sorry, my voice is, I don't feel congested, but like I sound congested, right? Yeah. The funny thing is I feel like I'm actually getting better, believe it or not. And I just started this cold yesterday afternoon. Um, somebody once, this is the thing. When you feel the need to dominate a person, when you feel the need to like put them in their place, make them feel a certain type of way, um, try to have control over them, and we're talking like anything and everything, right? Again, it could be sex, it could not be sex, it doesn't matter. People like to control other people. Part of it is energy harvesting. Part of it has to do with they choose people of the light. They choose innocent people. They choose people that are healing. They choose people that are very caring and giving because they want to take on that energy for themselves because they don't have that energy. So then they dominate you in some type of way, right? They control you. They can control your energy. They can harvest your energy. Really think about that. And whoever this is, they just want to get back to it. They just want to get back to that. And they know it's a risk. They know it's a risk, texting you, calling you, emailing you, whatever, coming to your front door and being like, hey, you know. But this is the thing. Whoever this is, they are domineering. They are controlling. Narcissistic. Let's just be honest. This is someone that they will go back to old supply if they have to. They will pretend as best they can. Like, oh no, you don't remember the situation correctly. Like, it wasn't like that, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay. Sure. 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 Mm. I kind of feel like I have a bowling ball in my stomach. Y'all, I had a little bit of soup with beef broth, some cabbage, some leeks, some vegetables, some potatoes that my neighbor Ava made for me, and I had a salad. So I didn't eat a lot of heavy stuff for dinner. That was it. And I had some water and started drinking my hibiscus tea, which is now sitting in the bedroom waiting for me. I feel like I have a bowling ball in my stomach, and I'm hearing, I don't remember what song it is, but it's Tori Amos, and one of the lines is, I got a bowling ball in my stomach. I got a desert in my mouth. Figures that my courage would choose to something now, like fail now or something like that. This person's going to have a bowling ball in their stomach, but it's because they're afraid they're not going to be able to succeed. They're afraid they're not going to be able to get control over you again. That they're not going to be able to control the situation. Readers talk about narcissists enough. You guys know, like, they literally have to control everything and everyone. Like, that's their MO. That's their standard. And however long this relationship has been dormant is how long they've been controlling someone else. Someone else is, right? Because you're not the only one. Let me tell you something. The ex-best friend, and I've told you guys this before. If you follow me, subscribe. The ex-best friend, I would go visit her, and I would usually go and spend the night, right? I literally would walk through that door, give her a hug, which I should never have done. Give her a hug, a kiss on the cheek, right? Kiss on the forehead, whatever the case. Help her with anything she needed. Like, do you need a drink? Do you need something to eat? Do you need to go to the bathroom? Like, what do you need? What do you need me to do? And then I would sit on the sofa, okay? Her dog would come up there and sit next to me. She's usually watching TV when I come in. She's usually either watching TV or she's playing on her phone or something. I kid you not. I would probably be there less than an hour and I would pass out. I would be so fucking tired. I would pass out. Now, what do you think made me tired? You think I was tired all day? Because I wasn't tired all day. I'll tell you that. Sometimes I would go there after work and I would go home and feed the cats and grab an overnight bag and grab a Red Bull and a coffee and drink it on the way, right? I wasn't tired when I got there. And within an hour, guaranteed, if not less than, I would be asleep on that sofa and I would doze on and off for probably 2 or 3 hours before I would wake up. And she would just be like, "Oh, you're awake." That bitch was siphoning my energy, y'all. Every time I walked through that door, every time I gave her a hug, I was giving her access to me. Every single time. I've had other people do that to me too. I actually, you know what's funny is I have someone at work, her and I hug almost every single day. You know what's funny? We exchange energy. She gives me her energy, I give her mine. I don't ever walk away tired from that woman, ever. And I know she doesn't walk away tired from me, ever. And I hug her 4 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Little tiny woman. She's got 3 kids, husband. All her kids are, well, I think her last kid's in high school, but they're all older. We exchange energy. It's an exchange. The ex-best friend was stealing my energy. Like I had no idea what was going on at the time. I had no freaking clue. All I know is that I was going there and within an hour, if not less, I was asleep on that sofa and I could never figure it out. I could never figure it out. And it wasn't until everything happened in 2022 and I was healing in 2023 that I realized what was happening. That I realized that she's an energy vampire. That I realized she was harvesting my energy. That I was realizing the reason why she always wanted me to be there, pardon me, is because she needed it. She needed it. She needed my energy for a lot of things. It wasn't just for survival. It wasn't just for energy, right? She needed my energy to hook men online. She was looking for men online. She was looking for tricks. Yeah, you heard me. You heard me. Looking for men to, give her money and whatever else. And she would give them whatever else, I'm sure. But in order to bait them, she would need my energy. She had her sister do a GoFundMe for her at the end of 2022, and this was after we stopped talking, and she raised almost $40,000. I did not donate one fucking dime to that GoFundMe. And if anything, I should have reported her ass for fraud. She raised that money off of my energy, off of other people's energy, I'm sure too, off of my sexual energy, because she was sleeping with the same guy I was sleeping with, unbeknownst to me at the time. I mean, I figured it out eventually, but yeah. Yep. The least likely source could be siphoning your energy. You should always protect your energy, always. Pardon me. That was cats, I think. There's hair everywhere. I like to think that $40,000 went really fast. I like to think that she has to do a lot of extra work online to make up for it. I don't know. I haven't talked to her in over 3 years and do not plan to ever talk to her again. But yeah, it's crazy to think that I literally would just walk in there and not even an hour later I would be asleep on that sofa. And I literally just drank a whole Red Bull and a whole 8-ounce, 12-ounce cup of coffee. Make it make sense. And yeah, you could say, well, caffeine doesn't affect everybody the same. Yeah, you could. But why is it when I would go to anybody else's house, I wouldn't feel like that? It was only ever when I went to her house. It was only ever when she was there. Whoever this is, no bueno. No bueno. They're going to have a bowling ball in their stomach because they're going to walk into this situation knowing that this is a big risk, knowing this, because I think whoever this is, whoever this was to you, you know who they are. You know. Whether you ever admitted it to yourself or not, you know who this is. You remember. One nostril is like runny and one is stuffy. The thing is a narcissist, once they get it in their head they're going to do something, they're going to do it. Like, this person will take the risk. They'll walk up to you with a bowling ball in their stomach. They'll pick up the phone with the bowling ball in their stomach. See, my thing is, and I've told you guys this before too, if the ex-best friend were to ever reach out to me for communication, I have no desire. None. I would never answer a call. I would never answer a text. I would never answer an email. If I got a knock on the door and I looked out my peephole and she was out there in her wheelchair, which I highly doubt because I have stairs, but if she was out there, I don't think I would answer that door. And even if her sister was out there, or her dad was out there, or her brother was out there, I don't think I would answer that door. And it's kind of funny because yesterday I watched a reading. I can't remember if it was for Aries or if it was for Virgo, but it was for one of my signs. And they were like, "Oh, somebody passed away. Somebody passed away, but you're going to hear about it or something." And I just got the eeriest feeling that it was her, that she's gone. And I'm going to somehow hear about it. Somebody's going to reach out to me and say, "Oh, I just wanted to let you know she's gone." And y'all, I'm going to be polite. I would be polite as hell. Okay. I'd be like, "Thanks for letting me know." I mean, that's probably pretty much all I would say. But, and don't get me wrong, I would never laugh at her passing or anything like that. And I would probably cry for the friend that I remembered, the friend that I always wanted, but wasn't really there, right? The friend that I thought I had. But in reality, it doesn't matter to me. Once I realized she was never the person I thought she was, and hadn't been for a very long time, she's dead to me. She's been dead a long time. She's been dead for over 3 years. Well, I mean, I started healing in 2023, so we'll say 2.5, 2 years, 2.5 years. And that's not to be mean or anything like that. It's just, she was never who I thought she was. For how long? 10 years, 15 years? She's been gone a long time. The person that I knew, the person that I loved, the person that was my best friend has been gone a long time. It's funny because I feel like I want to cry because I'm thinking about when we were little girls, The funny thing is sometimes even when I think about the two of us as little girls, I see things that I didn't notice before. And that's a little girl that very much needed attention, very much would do anything for attention, would drop me at the, just would totally drop me for another person that was considered more popular or whatever the case, because she just felt the need to be seen. She felt the need to be included, you know? And that's really sad. It's really sad to think that probably when her and I were like 10, she was already acting like that. She was already not my best friend. And I never really thought about it. I never really noticed it. And I don't remember, after sixth or seventh grade, maybe, I think she transferred to, because she used to come to our school district, but she lived out in McHenry, Illinois. So she ended up going, I think, to Wakanda or McHenry. I don't know how that works out there, but and she went out there for high school and stuff. I would just go visit her, on weekends and stuff for and through high school because we didn't go to the same school, you know. But yeah, it's crazy to look back on that and realize that she just might not have been my friend ever. I mean, honestly. And then it makes me think about myself, right? Because how desperate was I that I clung to somebody like that who didn't even respect me as a person, never mind a friend, you know? You know what I'm saying? A lot of healing there, a lot of growth, a lot of healing, a lot of change for me. I don't know about her. Hopefully. Hopefully. But yeah, I always thought at some point she would have the balls and she would reach out, but last night I heard that reading and they were like, oh, somebody passed away, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I kind of like felt it in my bones. Like, did she finally pass away? Like, because she had been telling me for years and years and years that she was dying. Okay, so when are you gonna die? Like, and it's not to be mean, you know what I'm saying? It's just like when you tell people for 10 years that you're passing away, that you're sick, that you have health issues, and you just don't pass away, it kind of gets to the point where it's like, okay, are you just a hypochondriac, or like, are you even really sick? Like, I don't know, because I didn't live with her 24/7. I would expect her to have health issues because she always had health issues. She's disabled, specially abled, however you want to phrase that. Yeah. But like I said, even if she had come in and tried to communicate, I would not be receptive. It's not something I'm interested in. You're going to have to judge this for yourself. You know if this resonates for you or not. I'm going to leave it there. I hope it doesn't resonate for you. I hope you enjoyed it, though. I hope you were entertained. I hope everybody has a fabulous Saturday evening. And I will talk to y'all later.